Hey, let me just let the Discord know we're live. We got one hell of a sell signal just kicking in. So let's just put this in. Some great trades going on as well. Let's go. All right. We've got a 2-hour sequence one. So that's just started. And we've got trend AI's transitioned. I am a little late. I've only just got back. Otherwise I would have been in here at this 50% mark, right? We'd have taken this. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So we'd have had that winning trade there. We'll go through that anyway. Hey, hey. Hey, Mark. So. Oh, what fun. Whose performance reviews are they? For you, for yourself, for your trading, or for other people? So we have 2 sequence ones. We've got a 3-hour and a 2-hour. Can't even run out. My team at work. Yeah. I used to do sales. So I was, for years, that was my background. Used to do performance reviews. Well, end of year though, but they were kind of just with the team that used to manage. So I'm not quite sure what performance reviews you're doing. I'm sure it's all fun and games. At kind of call centers where they're all engineers. That's why your spreadsheets are so amazing. So we've had a really clean couple of days. Like, it has been incredible on the charts. Incredible. Like when the algo's hit and the data's aligned, it's just been one after another, right? So here, let's just replay from here, right? So here's our candle low. Yeah, we don't break it. We break the high. Here is then the candle low. So here's our switch. And I'll just change it to hourly, sorry. So here's our switch, right? Previous hour low. So we're watching, expecting this high to sit. So strong bullish on sequence one, but we have broken previous candle low. Then you get the sell in line with your candle market structure. Plus your 3-hour is giving you a bullish. So you've got counter on the 3-hour. Your 2-hour is corrective bullish, meaning that you're expecting to go the other way. So you've got a few mixed signals there. So There's your 2 hour. So this is expecting to close below the open price here, right? So it's not a certain trade, this one. Okay, now you go into a sequence 1 here. Bearish. You've got your corrective, but your 3 hour is still strong. Yeah, so. Coming under the 0 line is a huge, you know, obviously that's a big factor for me. Starting to transition. Where was the 50%? Here. Yeah, I mean, it's not super clean. I've got no problem if that trade wasn't taken. I don't think, I think you could have quite easily stayed out of that. It's quite early. Now we move into a sequence 1. 8 minutes in. 9 minutes. So we're expecting this to be our high, right? Bearish. Early signal. So we've got 15 minutes in, giving us probability of this. So I don't think we ever get tagged in. Yeah, so there is a tag in. Here. Trend AI's cleanly on, you've got your transition. You've taken the low of the next hour again. Here. Sequence 1, bearish. Much more aligned, right? Coming under that 0 line here. Moving into that next hour, taking it. 2 hour is corrective, expected to go under. 3 hours just not aligned, but still. Wow, man, that's amazing. Yep. Dynamic TP is an incredible. I have got a masterclass coming on this that I kind of going to go into, but it is a huge. It's experience with it. That's the only thing about it. It's not as easy as just straight up. There is a level of building experience with it and getting used to kind of how things flow, right? So like when we come under and we have that correction, what you're expecting for the continuation, right? And then when we come here and come down and then we fail to go any higher and then come under, you start creating that clean price action, right? Boom. Here's your pullback, and then we're getting that continuation of price. And it's generally this move here, either here as we're coming under, that I like to trade, or if it's super clean enough, this one, the second sort of push down. So it takes its time to get through. We're now in a sequence 2. So could have had this trade. Absolutely did fit the model. Transition coming through. We were red on the dynamic TP. Transitioning through. So yeah, I've got this buy, obviously market structure for me is a warning. Plus the dynamic TP. here, there's a lot more aligned, right? There's just a lot more aligned. There's a lot of negatives here. So this trade's all good. So the bit that we've got to be careful of is what's our higher time frame. Our higher time frame is bullish, or 2 hours bearish, or 3 hour. So it's a bit mixed. The only thing that we've got in our favor is the transition. Obviously we've been bullish all this way through. So the question is, we've come down from here in a short period of time, bubbled around. So it's, are we going to go bearish and continue the down movement? Maybe for this low, we'll see. It's a large corrective move possibly on the higher time frame, but we've got the transition kicking in, so that'll be interesting to see. CL's a different ball game when it comes to this. I think there's you've got to play CL differently. I'd be really interested to see what your backtest comes back on with CL. Just plays differently. So we've got a low here. Where's that low? Here. So we need to keep an eye on this. I could probably just turn on. Yeah, it's a bit messy. I'll leave off. I'll just put the line on. So we've got a low here. We want to keep an eye on, right? That is yesterday's low. Not yesterday's low. Yes, yesterday's low. Where's that text gone? I'm just going to use a line. So statistically, we're more likely for price to react to when we take highs and lows. So when we look at the data around return to the open, right? So when we look at the data around return to open, so just to re-clarify, right, this is showing us that when we take a previous segment high or low, what's the probability that we then retrace to the open? So I built some statistics just looking at, okay, well, what about if we don't take the high and low, right? What about if we haven't taken a high and low? What's the probability that we retrace back to the open? Does it make a difference? And it makes a significant difference. And it's showing that it's the reaction off of taking that level that's forcing the retracement. So for example, on the daily, once we've taken the previous day low, because obviously that's the segment, an hourly is the previous hour, a day is the previous day. So when you've got a daily high or low, that is a segment, right? So taking that high and low is a significant level that has a high probability of price reversing, right? Now, that then all falls down to the type of price action you've got, but we won't go into that. But it's like you can see here, right? We take the low of the previous one and we have a reaction, right? We react upon doing it. We take the low here and we react. Which is why when you're doing market structure, they always say, obviously, once you take, and we've now taken that level. If we're going to run, right, then we're going to run for these lows. You can see that when we run fast. With the transition coming, it's a possibility. it is a real possibility that we have a huge rundown. So our 2 hour has just started, right? So our 2 hours in double segments. So let's go into, so when would we get a sell signal on the 2 hour? We would get, so we need 2 segments, so we'd want 40 minutes. So there's our 40-minute low. This would be our sell signal. So right now, the 2 hour should be giving us a 70% probability, yeah, which it is, right, that this is our high. So if we play the lazy boy the same way on the hour, we can play the same way on the 2 hour, right? So what we've got now is our high and suspected low. We've taken this level, meaning statistically it's much more likely this is our high, not guaranteed. And then we've got our 50% retracement, right? We're a strong bearish, 3 hours bearish. So transitioned underneath. Could we get a bit of messing around? Yeah, we could. But our higher time data, we're going to watch to see whether we get any flickers on it. But if there's no changing, then this is a setup that we can take, right? If the first 20 minutes on an hour is our 2 segments, then the first 40 minutes, and what we look for is the low to go after that 40 minutes, after the 20 minutes, after the 40 minutes. So we've done that. That means that given us the highest edge for this to be our high, with still enough data to the right of us, to the below us, for more lows to come, right? So I can take that trade. If it comes back, we might literally just fly to that low if it's going to do it. Yay. So 83875.
Order submitted.
Now remember, we've just taken the previous day low. So what we've just had the conversation about price potentially reversing. We are at that point. But this is why we're not looking, you know, right now we're looking to put in some new lows, right? I mean, often before we reverse, we might do a double, do a double bottom. No problem. But if we have a very strong signal, then we can expect potentially further movement down. Let's see. If this high goes, this is where people will be looking for the flip, right? Come quite a bit way down, but remember we're not playing the hourly, right? So if I was to say we're playing a 2 hour, okay, there's our 2 hour. There's our 3 hour. There's our 1 hour. See how they're all aligned? All coming under at the same time. They haven't had their pullback yet. Let's see. We might not get it. It might just go. Might reverse and go the other way. But statistically right now, I'm happy to sit on this. I'm going to partial my way through. Levels lining up with distribution of the 2 hour, which is fine. Let me just change this. So let me just, I'll show you the data on the daily. We're in segment 4. Pretty sure that's segment 4. Strong probability of a reversal. If you go in the Discord, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just put it in here. Hang on, won't be a second. So let's go in the Discord. And I'll take that picture. I'll just stick it on the stream so you haven't got to hunt for it. Right. So here is our daily breakdown, right? So 5:30 to 9:20, which is where we are. So we're in segment 4. Okay? We're in segment 4. So 5:30 to 9:20, 3 hours and 50 minutes. That's our 23-hour day, giving us 4 segments. Now, we don't have a full 23-hour day, but anyway. So we've taken the previous day low. Our open for the day is our daily open. This current period should show our daily open. Where are you? What am I doing wrong? Anyway, let's go find it then. There he is. There's our open. So we expect a high probability to come to this level, right? Doesn't have to be right now. So this can play out and then potentially we can do it. Now we have on the daily, we are in a sequence 2, right? So we're sequence 2 bearish. So we're not on a corrective day. So we can expect that we could have more of a push today. Looks like we're not going to get tagged in. Put some music on. just gonna go. It's just gonna go. That's all right. So we've put in our new low, right? New low. To be fair, it needs to be a bit higher. Stop can go in between this or above it, your choice. Coming to the end of this hour. Remember, this is a 2-hour trade. See what happens. Three-hour is finishing this hour. Let's bring up, have a look at some other pairs while we're waiting for this. I suppose I need to do a little bit of letting people know. So let me copy the link. So for the Black Friday, we didn't want to discount actual price. People have only really just launched. People have joined already with that price, and just out of respect for people that have joined, didn't want to do anything cheaper. I don't think it's fair. So Black Friday was just a bit soon, really, I think, for us. So we just thought we'll bring back the launch offer for the lifetime as a one-time thing, and then we can get back to normal. We've got we're still working on some new indicators as well. Everything that we do is either going to add confluence to the way that we're kind of looking at segments and time. So it'll either be something that adds to it, like the return to open, right? Or it will be something that adds a whole different way of trading, but complements people in a different way in the statistics. Right now, obviously, we're focused on Lazy Boy indicator as well. Really want to get that, just so you can get an alert when everything's aligned. It's not easy. So I'm not feeling super confident about this, just purely because of that previous day low. We've only got a 64% probability of the low yet to come. We have a high probability of coming from here back to the open. Starting to bend up.
Order filled.
Right, we're in. Let's manage this trade before we get smashed. We need to think about our situation if we lose this high. And again, what I'm not looking for, I'm just looking for a retake of this low. We do have this large movement down, which we've now taken. I think we'll be seeing some ICT traders in this long. So taking this high is not great. Let's see. So we are still strong bearish on the 2 hour. We're still strong bearish on the 3 hour. We are bearish on the 1 hour, right? I haven't got the algo yet flickering on a corrective, which is one of the things I was waiting for. Good morning. No worries. Trend AI is on its way up. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, I just think that our return... Again, the return to open stats nice and strong, right? So segment 4, which is what we're in. We've taken the previous day low. Starting to see the 2 hour flicking now. So I think it's going to be possibly that stat playing out. Don't like that I'm seeing this starting to fail. So if we went up on the time frames, so we got up to the 15-minute, you can see that in segment 4, the 98 times, we took the low. Sorry, the 64 times we took the low, there was a 65% probability we return to the open. Let's go up time frames again. In fact, I need to be on the 40-minute. I need to be in 20-minute intervals. Yeah, you can see there that 226, 64% probability that when we took the low, we return to the open. This is our open here. Here's the flip. Here's the liquidity grab. And the push off. I was kind of hoping this move this was the bit that drags us in. We didn't get a pullback high enough to get that retake of the low. So that 6 minute candle taking that high is not good. Here. So we've still got opportunity to manage the trade. This is our hourly low for this hour. So with that high going, there's a good chance that this is our low for the hour. And the 2 hours now flipped. So now about managing risk. It's the other side of the game. So we continue to take highs. So this is our trade we got in, right? We've taken that high already. So there is a structural shift here. I'm not going to put that on. Just going to get rid of it. There's our 2 hour open. We're getting very, very close to. Three hours still bearish. 1 hour still bearish, but the 2 hour is flipping in between. We still have a 64% probability of another low. Not huge. I think it's more likely we're going to drive now. But we are below. Everything is bearish. Let's just see. This was kind of the trade that we were looking for here when we came up and retook the low. That's really where we wanted to be tagged in. Hindsight, probably should have stayed out at that point. Hey, we tagged the open. Right, segment 1 is complete when this candle closes. So we really don't want to see the high go. And we're in corrective bearish on the hourly. And there's our early buy signal. So stop at break even here. See if we can get a retracement. Look at managing risk. Now that the trade's no longer in our favour. Well, that's that. Trade off. One down. Ugh. Here's our open. So we do have corrective bearish, right? So we've got probability on the hourly in favour. Early signal.
Order submitted.
More likely for us just to drive there. Market structure's changed, right? We've taken the previous hourly high. So we're bullish. When we take the high, we often expect a retracement. You can see how strong that data is. Yeah. Yeah, it was that move that I was waiting for. Right? The re-tag of the low and then the reversal. I should have just, when that happened, trade was off. It was the retaking of the low again. Once we put that low there, it was the retracement in to take the low and then potentially reverse. When that happened, trade should have been off. Mistake on my end. Obviously, we'd read the data. We understood the previous day low, right? Segment 4, the reversal probability, very high. Very likely to get a second sweep of the low. Just didn't react once it happened. So we are I'm all good. It's been a great few days. Been on a nice win rate. It's been good. It's been good. Sometimes your brain, right? Your brain's doing the working, but your fingers haven't yet reacted and done what they should done. Take the trade off. But it's all good. I think it's important though, like showcasing like this the data around like why I brought this data in. The previous day low, the previous session high and low, right? So for example here we've taken the high in segment 2, right? So oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Idiot. Sorry, guys. So let's look at the return to open again. Let's go up to our 40-minute. So you can see segment 4. Let's try and go 120. Oh, hang on, it'll be because I haven't changed the. Oh no, there's plenty of data on there. Start and end's good. There's no filter. So yeah, when we took the low in segment 4, was a 57% probability of returning to the open, right? And then on this hour, we've taken the high in segment 2. So there's a 70% probability of returning to the open. Now the only thing is, the open's all the way down here, right? Here's the open for this hour. So we've got a sequence 1 of corrective bearish. Now a lot of times when we can have a corrective sequence 1, we usually get quite a strong move. I do like to trade the first corrective move, especially when it starts early on. So, you know, is price going to come all the way back here? 70% of the time it has, but not potentially on a sequence 1 corrective bearish, right? So, depending on the type of candle you have, if you've got a corrective lower probability candle, then I'm more likely to kind of expect price to do that bouncing around. All right, so you've still got some profits, buddy. Over-analysing, right? Our heads go. What if, what if, what if? So it's quite a strong move down as well. We've moved quite a long way. It was always about a double bottom. So there's a high probability that even though we're coming up now, we are going to continue on now. High probability. probably about, I think it's about 67-70% probability. I got lots of data. Okay, we get a buy signal. So now we're 70% probability. This is our low, right? Here's our open. So close. So close. ES didn't do the second tap, right? NQ did. 2 hours still bearish. It's already back to the open. Hasn't taken the low. So it was great this morning. Generally, I trade most mornings when I trade. If I was to trade live, like my choice of when to trade live, this would be it. This period. It's my favourite. Through London Open. My favourite time to trade. Some great trades on Lazy Boy. And yesterday was great as well. I don't know if I've got them trades still marked up. I think I've got rid of them now. They were these trades, weren't they? I think 10? Who were they? I can't remember. But yeah, it was a good day yesterday. Good day this morning. See if we can end the afternoon all right. I much prefer trading in London. Much prefer trading in London. Yeah. That's me though. That is me. We've got New York Open coming, right? Definitely don't want any orders open. Yeah. Do. Hang on. What's going on here? What is all this? What has T done? What has he done to me? He's broke things. I'll have to just reload this. We'll look at other things. See how gold's that's interesting. Strong. Oh, it's on a 2 hour. This might continue. Transition back. Come back above that 0 line. Might have a nice run. I think in the UK, they need, like when I trade New York, I tend to get a better. I tend to do better later on. When things sort of calm down a bit. However, for me in the UK, that's at like 5 o'clock. Kids come home, dinners, everything else becomes difficult. It's a hard time for me to trade that. Yeah. So we got New York Open, so nothing for me. It's New York's. It's on just shorter hours, isn't it? Today, it's still open though. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving yesterday. Beautiful day. Anytime there's any reason to spend time with the family, it's a beautiful day. So we didn't reach the open. So I am expecting bearish through. Remember when I said there's a high probability that we go bearish, like 65-70%. I am expecting potentially that to play out, and if it plays out, could be a strong move down. Let's see. There's plenty of time. We now get the sell signal. Hourly low's gone. Back down into our previous daily low. This candle closes below the open. That's going to be segment 3 closing below the open, which is, I think it's about 77% probability then of this hour closing bearish, which means below the open here. It closes bullish. That's going to be interesting. New York Open. Closes above the open. Let's see. Dynamic TP is going red. 2 hours back to sequence 1. 3 hours still strong bearish. And 1 hour is back to bearish. Right now, this is what we'd be looking at. I really think we're going to drive though with New York. Really think we're going to drive. Really think we're going to drive. We haven't taken this low yet. Go away. Let's see. Are we putting in a manipulation and then we're going to go the other way? Maybe. Let's see. Do do do. Let's see if we return and drive back up, or we have now taken the low. So the low's gone. Does everyone have a good Thanksgiving? Who's in America? Cool Rattler. No, Mark's not. Who else is in America? Who else enjoyed Thanksgivings yesterday? I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was great. Ah, nice. It's like double Christmas. Turkey twice. Always looks so amazing as well, the turkeys, right? It just looks so amazing. Yeah. We're so busy with lives, right? We know we should be catching up. We always have a week. I'll do it. Then it's next week. Then it's a month. Then it's a year. So I think days that bring everyone together are just so important. Well, if we had taken that 50%, it'd have been a very quick trade, right? Bang, bang, done. But we're not. We haven't. Still just can't close by the low. Is it just gonna flip and go the other way, possibly. Let me just turn the music down. Hang on. Let's have a little look. Why have I not got Euro up here? So YM. That's a big YM. ES has come back down. Yeah. ES is yesterday's, right? So, actually that's Thursday, 800. Have I done that wrong? Yesterday's low. Yesterday's low. My head's not with it today. Hang on. So, do you know what it is? It's because it's not my normal time. So no, that's this morning's low. Yesterday's low. Andy, you dickhead. Is that right? That's yesterday's low. Does that make sense? If I got that right, I'm just going to go on the daily candle. Just going to go on the daily candle. Hang on. Go away, smiley face. Yeah, that's yesterday's low. Wow. Right, let's get our music together. I need to... What did I want to change it to? So starting to bend up now. So we failed to come... So we've come down, taken the low, retaken the low again. Failed to continue. Starting to weaken on trend AI. Well, we're going fully weakened, but we're just going strong. So let's just see whether we go the other way. That's going to be wrong. Hang on, do the same. Yeah. That's the low. So day before we took the low, didn't take the high. I still think we might drive down, but we'll see. Ate way too much food. Good. I hope you enjoyed it. I hate trading New York Open on NQ. That's why I don't do it. I hate it. Just very... Sometimes it can be super clean. Sometimes it can be very different. Like I just find a lot of the time when I'm analysing other hours, tends to be, I could be fairly accurate, but during the New York Open, I do not. I still think we're going to drive low, but doesn't mean we have to, but just statistically. Yeah. I was a big euro trader, right? I used to trade euro all the time, especially in the morning. And euro's not as volatile on New York. I used to like trading this hour. It's pretty clean. Pretty clean. Come above the zero line. Let's see. So we failed to come back up again. This changes red now, right? So come up, come down, goes green, goes blue, fails to come higher, goes red again, and we drive to them lows. Or we chop for the rest of the day. Or we fly to the moon. Who knows? Just wait for the hourly data to match. It's the easiest way to do it. Have a bias, fine. But then the hourly data's got to match. So our segment 3 closed bullish, right? So swap data. So you can see segment 3 closed above the open. So when this candle here, when we were saying, let's see if this closes below, and it wicked back up and closed above, you can see that there's a 78% probability then of the hour closing bullish. And then there's your segment 4 bullish. So bullish just means we've got to close above the open, but we'll see. Still going. Hasn't changed yet. Whether we get over that zero line, right? We haven't tagged the open price yet, but we haven't taken the low. So we've taken the low, we've taken the high. Normally if we're going to go, we normally kind of set off in a direction, so let's see. 15 minutes. First 15 minutes. Already breaking above. So broke out. So I think the probability then of this low going drops, right? We'll see. What I'm looking for is in the first hour, closing above or below the 50% mark. We're now making new highs as well on here, and we're heading towards that zero line. Normally when we've started to drag ourselves under, normally pulls us down. So, and I have collected data on this. This is where I'm getting that probability. But it's not 100%, nothing is. But it is quite likely that when we get this, we still get a drag down. So let's see. You wouldn't think we have an indicator without some probability base to it, do you? Yes, we have lots of data. Not yet public, but soon to come. So significant high this one. Starting to see potential bearish volume kicking in. Doesn't seem likely that we're going to push that far down today, right? More likely to stick inside. What's gold doing? It looks neater, right? Statistically, I think that would have played out. I think that's a good trade. Taking lows. Bearish. It's only 62% though, but low gets taken. No change in the algo. Yeah, tag of 50%, yeah. Closes below the open. First indication here. We're below. Trend AI is going, transitioning. It's interesting that the Dow's still bearish on the 2 hour, which is here. So it's expected to close below this open, which it already is at the moment, right? There's the open. It's under. It's just come above. Comes down now. We'll drag it under. ES is looking more bullish. Still coming up nicely. I mean, that's a much stronger push from ES. Let's have a look at the difference between NQ. Okay, that high goes, makes a big difference. And we're coming above the 0 line. So it looks like we are going to go the other way. So the reason why it makes a big difference is because if we go into regular trading hours, our hour starts at past, right? 9:30. And our hourly data on regular trading hours is the past. So that high was our segment 2 high, and then taking that high now gives us more probability of the low, etc. So yeah, regular trading hours. I do trade NQ not in regular trading hours because so you can see it's a 53, 52. It's still good. It's still very high probability, right? So segment 2 gone in that hour is over 70%. So you can see that in the New York trading hours, NQ still has you still can trade it that way. So you would use your half hour to mark your hour, and just remove that. Right, and there's your hours, and then you change your signals to late signals. Right. But if we look at the data, we've got 53%, right? 62, 64. So I keep it in electronic for that reason. But yeah, anyway, but you can trade it in the afternoon and potentially leave the signals on as well. So you might want to leave the late signals on and just to give you a bit of confidence in direction. Early signal sell here. You can expect obviously like in New York, during New York, that would give you some directional bias. So we've come above the zero line. The hourly still in a corrective bearish, which is obviously expected to be bullish, but that might push us into a sequence 1 bullish. So it might be a trade. 2 hour and 3 hours already gone. We still haven't transitioned. I'm still waiting. If we come up and then come below, then that's when I'll be thinking of shorting. Till then, we just follow where we currently are. ES is coming above the zero line as well. Volume's more weakening on there. YM stayed under, crossing. Let's put our drawings back on. Leave that. Here's liquidity. Already done that. Plenty of levels above. We got the previous day low below. This is going to be the high. New hour. So we do switch. Now we're starting to see trend AI weaken as well. First sign. Very early. First sign. This is a nice push above the zero line. We are seeing that we could have a sequence 1, strong bullish on sequence 2, strong bullish on sequence 1. So we've got starting to see alignment across all the time frames. We do trigger the start of a 70% dragging it down, but it is not looking like that's going to happen. And when it doesn't happen, we often can fly in the other direction, but let's see what happens. We've taken the liquidity, maybe we get a bit of a pullback now. We've still got a corrective bearish, which is bullish, so it's like you got two options with the algo and the hourly, right? So it's either going corrective bearish, bullish, so you got over 70% bullish, or it's going into a sequence one, bullish. So it's like you've got best case scenario right now on the hourly, which is, even though it's flipping between the two, high probability of a bullish hour, right? High probability. First 30 minutes done. Is it BTC? Let's have a look. Nice. Keep removing it, I don't know why. Help. No. What do you reckon? Is it going to give it the 100k? See, we could come back to that average line. Got room. Break 100k, maybe start putting a bit of divergence. We often put a bit of divergence in anyway, for quite a while. See there, look where we come below. We still drive up quite a way, even before. I mean, all that's just driving through it, doesn't really matter. BTC can do what it wants, when it wants to go. Has anyone ever traded the crypto prop firms? I think there's only one I know of. Right, NQ. Up to our next liquidity. Taken. Here's the next one. You've not tried it, no? I've obviously, like, you can see it on CFDs. Here's a transition. So we want to see that confirmed by the end of the hour, right? Small transition back. Could we see a run? Yeah. All right. So this is just showing us where the 50% mark is in our first hour. Nothing crazy. Yes, and GC. Yeah, good, yes. Early buy signal on ES. We are in a sequence 1. NQ's got an early buy signal as well. Ah, where's that gone? Oh, fuck off. So let's just look at this. So liquidity. I quite like that. Might never come back. We'll see. Come on. That's a beautiful trade. Congrats, buddy. Very nice. So I think this is the previous day high, right? Yeah. Yes, this has already done that. Yeah, so yes. Candle market structure, we broke the high yesterday compared to NQ, which broke the low. Nice fib as well. Opening. All-time highs? What do you reckon? Yes. I think we're just going to keep on going. We're only 16 minutes in. this is impossible. That's the same indicator. So it is the same. No different. I am thinking about adding to that. So I said I'd continue to add for it for the community. So nothing in Max Algo is anything that's in Impossible. Everything that's in Impossible is still there, not changed. Everything in Max Algo is completely different. I very much still like and use the liquidity. Very much so. I do like it. I use 5-minute liquidity levels. Always used 5. Obviously you can have what you want. I like 5. I think it's good intraday. So we've just tagged that next level. This is our all-time high. Is that our all-time high? Previous day high? I think ES. Yeah, there it is. ES. What do you reckon? Are we going to get all-time highs? Way up. Okay. What a run. What a run. To Judas swing and a half, right? Grab the low. There's our confirmation. So gold's been bearish, but we get an early buy signal. It's just early confirmation. What you really want to see now is this high go, give you a little that gives them much higher. We've been very bearish. You know, nothing for me, even though it's an early indication. It just means we might have more of a chop hour, right? But it doesn't mean an instant reversal. We'd need to see structural change as well for gold, otherwise we're still bearish. Trend AI's transition bearish, we're under the zero line. Malgo's bearish, EMA's bearish, market structure's bearish, so everything on gold for me is still bearish. I'm not looking at that at all. We do have a corrective bearish on Euro coming up to the zero line. We haven't taken the previous hour's high. We haven't taken the previous hour's low. There goes Tesla. Cross above the zero line. Pop. Pop. Do we ever transition bearish here, right? More of a pullback. Sequence 1. Sequence 2 now. We're in sequence 1. Can't remember who trades that in the group. ES coming back to the 50% line. Let me just set up. Got an 83% probability of more highs. 74% probability of our low. Bullish, bullish, bullish. We have gone very high. This is all-time highs. Oh, what are we doing? Let me just put it in UK time. Can wrap my brain around switching time frames. On 15-minute. There he is. Okay. Taking that. I'll take this trade. If we lose, I'll be done. Couple losses for me and I'm out. Tend to finish at sort of 3 wins for the day. Try and keep your wins higher than my losses. Not sure we'll get tagged in. We're just sitting on that, but we'll see. Let me just Is it? Let me just measure this up. I really hope for so many people that BTC just rips, just giving so many more people a future, some money that they struggle to get. Let's hope. I really do. I really do. I hope it runs for the next 9 months. And some everyday people get some money that can change their lives. Really, really do. I think for a lot of people though, it's alt season, isn't it? I think the alts are where most people are going to make their money. I really want to see us close above that VIB. That's it. Take the high and drive. Yeah. Oh. No. Get up. Get up. That's it. Take the high. Keep going. Keep going. Take some profit. Go on. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Yeah, I was so close to taking the ES one. Oh, man. Did it taggy? Yeah, tagged in as well beautifully and immediately returned. So I've already had some profit off there. Oh, I was so close to taking ES. So close. Just because I've got NQ up on the charts. So I've hit first TP. Done. I'm just going to put me stop. Because I've had a loss today already. Obviously, won back some of that money. We need to see it drive through before I'll see profits back even. But I'll be putting my stop on break even now. Baby, don't you know? I hate the way it's got a little line on the right. If I type more text, will it disappear? Yeah. No! I know it's silly, just annoying me. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Equal sides. Second TP's top. New high. Beautiful transition. Pushed up. This is why we use the hourly data. I had an initial bias of bearish, but that's fine. Unless the hourly is bearish, my opinion does not matter. We get a sequence one. All the higher time frames align. Big push up. We get our signals. High probability. 73% probability. This is our low. 50% retracement. Looking for a new high. Still a 77% probability of a new high. This is a VIB on the 15 minute, and this is another high. This is the daily high. So we get a VIB on the 15 minute. Not a volume balance, it's a GIB. There's a gap. And then this is previous day high. So you could look that we're going to drive through this. I'm just taking it here. Get me profits back. GG. Come on, yes. Don't want to see it stay above. That's it. You can wick it, just don't go below it. Drive up. Drive up. We only got the early signal with NQ, so we didn't take the second high again, right? Still fine, but I like that second signal. Looks like it's coming back to be me. Not a problem. If it does, I've taken some profit. I don't mind getting bead. I'm working on the bootcamp for prop firms. Normally I just take my profit at the one, right? But we're going to be doing a partial at the 7.5 partial at the 1, and then let it run to the 1618. Sure what we had this morning? Partial at 0.5, break even, partial at the 1, partial at 168. Partial at 1, 0.75, break even. And then we had, oh no, sorry. We didn't get tagged in till here. Then we got a partial at the 0.75, break even, 1, and the 1618. And then here we got tagged in, 0.75, break even, and a break even. And they were all high normal high probability lazy boys this morning. This was my mistake. Come on, ES! GG! Nice trade. Super! Come on, NQ. Come on! Come on! Lagging behind ES. Should have gone with ES, right? ES going for all-time highs, what do you reckon? Here it is. Come on, NQ, just give us a drive up. Take that high. We still have a 77% probability of another high. I'm just going to increase that to 10, just so that we can see more accurate data in terms of where we are. 67%. Still very, very, very weighted in the favour of another high. I should change my colours on this as well, shouldn't I? Well, you made the right decision, Mark. I didn't. It's a good decision. Split the risk. I should have done that. I should have done it. I was just being lazy and just entering one, right? Oh. Let's go, ES. Let's go. We got a Vib on the higher time frame up here at all? Or a Gib? Any open? No. Woof. It's a big pullback. Looks big and then you go on the 1 minute. Nice trades, guys. Congratulations. I think NQ is going to fail to give us that high. But we're holding on. We're holding on. Could trail lows. So, I mean, obviously, I could bring me stop up here. But I'm going to leave it a BE. Come on, drive through. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, right. I know. Still a good trade, man. You got some profit. Come on. Come on. New high. Ah, you fucking prick. I don't normally put it right on the high. I normally put it a little bit below. I mean, yeah, they're classic lazy boy setups, right? I mean, this is as it goes above the above the zero line, just crossing over. Everything, all the algos are aligned, like everything. It's perfect. Same thing with the ES. Perfect. Perfect lazy boy. Perfect. Yeah. I think do you think ES is going to go for all-time highs? I think it might now. Looking like it wants to go. Don't just come on, NQ. Here we go. Second TP done. Woohoo! Driving up towards our GIB. So if you want to see that, just on the 15-minute. It doesn't exist. Did I make it up? Was it on the 30-minute? There we go. Looking at this level. Not back in the green yet. I need to see this level hit for me to be just back in the green. Like just a little bit. For today's live. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, traditionally, like, I'd be done. This would be it. 1R, done, I'm off. Finished, see you later. Messi. Thank you. Could have had one on YM just with an early trade, another high. Be pushing your target up to here. So you'd have had TP1, TP2, pushing target on. ES. I think this VIB is, we've got one down here, right? So let's see if we hold or lose this. It's only on the 1 minute. We are past half past, so we've already confirmed long, right? If you're a DR trader. This is what I love about this trade, right? Because we're just looking for a re-grab of the high. It's that movement, yeah, where people start shorting, we come back, we retrace, we retag the high. I just love that trade. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Looks like the rest, I haven't got that much left on. Will get taken out. I think it's probably about there. So what do you think about for new people? I think it's important for new people to experience positivity, and I think giving them high win rate, keeping them positive around taking profits and going BE is important. And then that officially, that would officially be 3. Because people haven't got to do any analysis, right? They haven't got to look at highs and lows and think where price might reverse. Having that knowledge, they're just using the Fibonacci just to give them that extension. It's basically TP at previous day high. Yeah, I get a smiley face. Yeah. Like to reward myself with a smiley face. Although, I will leave this session deep in my memory of why did I take that trade after the drive had happened. It will sit with me all night. And I will document it, and I will write it down, and I will make sure I do not do that again. Which I will at some point, I'm sure. Right, we break even. Trades off. Finito. Okay. I'm sure the market came back because it knew I'd gone break even. Came back from your stop, and now it's going to drive. Good. ES, I'd still be in. Another kick in the face why I didn't take ES. I think ES is going to drive down anyway. Below that VIB now, right? So I think it will get taken out. See if it can hold it. I need to go on and build my strategy, the ATM strategies on NinjaTrader for ES. God, it's just so much easier. So much easier. All done for me, all laid out. So much easier. It's going to run again. Look at that. Look at it. Flying now. Right, so what have we got? CL's a mess at the moment. Closed above. Is CL going to go and confirm long now? Possibly. It's a nice transition on CL this morning into the bullishness. We have come above the zero line, but yeah, nothing there. Looking good. We are expecting gold to close bullish. I mean, we've had an early buy signal, right? But we closed above the open. Oh, hang on. Below the open. Oh, above the open. Above the open. It's just a chop hour, as we expected, with this signal that we our highs here. This will give us an indication of a bit more of direction when this hour's finished. See if we take this high or continue with the low. Trend AI is still very bearish. We've really struggled to even push up. Still feel like gold's looking for more downside. Do we have a potential trade on gold though? So we're a sequence 3. So we'd get a sequence 4. Corrective sequence 1 could come, right? So you could get a long. Again, you're just looking for the lazy boy with the corrective. YM is corrective bearish. So YM, if it pushes up strong, YM could give us a sequence 1. If it goes from bearish back into, obviously from corrective, we can do one or two things, right? We can go back bearish or we can transition to bullish. So if YM transitions to bullish, which is a good chance it could, then YM next hour will be a sequence 1. ES, higher time frame. So ES is a payday, right? So it's a payday transition. So hang on, clean up. So this transition here is with the higher time frame. So when we transition into a sequence 1, we are with the higher time frame, which means we can expect some bigger driving, right? It just basically means the higher time frame's being bullish, right? Higher time frame's being bullish over the hour. We've corrected and then continued with the higher time frame. Two hours bullish as well, 3 hours bullish as well. So the next sequence 1 is going to be similar here. So you see sequence 2 is above 75%. So you'd expect that as well. So ES could give us another trade. NQ also could give us another trade as well. Let's see. Let me just go on my cash account. Let me just check. It's not going to let me switch. Invalid token. Why is it an invalid token? So that works. Right. Ah, is it because I stopped the data on my live account? Possibly. I have to have a look. I'll look at that off stream. Nice. So ES still holding strong. Coming up for new highs. I wasn't in the ES trade. If I was, I'd still be break even and I'd be looking for profits up here. This is our all-time highs. With us being transitioned in the same time frame, it's a good chance we could drive for that. We'll see. If we fail to make another high now and take the low, then maybe we'll got some time for pullback. However, we've got 3 minutes. We're going into a sequence 2. NQ's a little bit more bearish. So we do confirm a transition though, right? So the main thing is that we've gone from bearish transitioning to bullish. Right? That is the main thing. So transition complete this hour. Even stronger on ES, right? That transition has been super strong on ES. We complete the hour very strong. That's where on NQ we complete the hour just strong. And if we take the last, how that sort of volume looks. Last minute. Will we close back above this level on the new hour? Let's see. Push on through, close above. Keep rejecting. We're going to go up. We need to see that level go. Right. Right, new hour. Yes, close to new highs. New hour started. There we go. Pew. Done. Just to mark it up, this would have been to trade. I'd want all-time highs, but officially you'd be going here. We're following the rules. Below, one tick below. Tick 1, tick 2, tick 3. Oh, NQ went straight through. I'd love a little tap of that. But, not doing me. I'm going to take these off now because this trade's complete, right? I'm out of this trade. We did get taken out and break even. Did our job though. And the 1 hour trade was perfect. 6047. Yeah. Do you think we get this close and not put in an all-time high? What do you reckon? You think? Drive this far? Not put in an all-time high? Possibly? Maybe?